Good morning. Good morning. Hello. I wanted to give you this quick update because I didn't mention this on my yesterday video. Yesterday was like a big overall video of everything that happened and my thought process of what happened on the last 15 days. I then posted this on Twitter as a comment for this scenario, and I wanted to show you this. And this is basically the only scenario that I'm looking at bullish. And I wanted to show you. So this is the weekly time frame. Okay, we've talked about this yesterday. What I wanted to say is this. Let me show you. So this is where structure is broken. Okay, we talked about this yesterday. I've talked already about why I was not waiting for this, but anyway, let's talk about this. That it's important. I saw this yesterday. If we consider this part of Wyckoff accumulation, and let me just plot the image here. So if we are to think about the schematic for accumulation, you can see clearly this first peak coming down above again. So peak coming down above again. And then we have this phase that basically comes to the start of this, right? So I'm not thinking that we're going to the start. I'm thinking that this could be this move here below this. So I'm just saying that this is the only scenario that I can see um, for a bullish case, to be honest, because we've talked about it in the other video. So what I'm thinking and what I wanted to talk with you is this won't be a spring right now. So if this is the scenario that we're looking at, so I could see like maybe touching 73, reversing, maybe coming to 110, which is basically this area here, and then create the spring to 67, maybe around here, which would match this area here. So spring, retest of this line, and move up. This is the only bull scenario that I can see right now. Okay. Besides this being a range, if this is a range, let's say, okay, let's remove the Wyckoff. Okay, let's not think about accumulation and distribution. Let's just look at this structure. So if this is this is in price section. If I go look at my liquidity pools, I can see more in detail exactly what is the range. And I can say already that bottom of the range is 73 according to my indicator, and it's not exactly this. So most likely I'll have a pool here that indicates what exactly is the top of the range. But I'm just doing this for example purposes, okay? If we assume that this is just a range, this structure, then it completely makes sense, the slight deviation targeting back the top of the range, okay? So range scenario, this is a weak reclaim of this area targeting here. I'm not looking at this specific 74 450. I'm looking at 73. But you get the idea. Okay. It's the only bull scenario. If this is a range, then this structure will hold. We have a sweep and we're going to target again up. If this scenario works, and if it's telling us that this is a range, remember, this is a story that the market keeps telling us every day. Okay, so you have to keep upgrading your story to fit whatever's happening. If this is a range and we actually move up from here, I can see some people are talking about head and shoulders. I think Zoran also mentioned head and shoulders. I could see that happening. Okay, this to me, it's not. This can never be a right shoulder. I don't know. I don't know if I see some people talking about this. This cannot be the right shoulder according to whatever the guy Kowalski or something like that. I don't remember exactly the name, but according to his findings, only 7% of these studies didn't complete the 25%. move, I think, or 23% over 4 months. So according to his textbook head and shoulder, this doesn't fit her right shoulder. Okay, this does not fit. It's impossible. But what could fit is something like this. As I just said, let me just reduce this so it's easier. Maybe a bit more. What I've just said. Okay, what's this? Yeah. So something like this. Okay, this totally fits, in my opinion, the head and shoulders. Okay. It doesn't have to be exactly this high. It could be here, could be 100, could be 105. Between 100 and 110 is where I would say that it would fit the right shoulder. Okay. So yeah, I totally can see that. Okay. So if we do this, first thought is this is probably a range. Then this point is where everything is going to be decided, in my opinion. This is where I will get the idea if we are actually doing if it's actually a range and we're going high, or if it's just going to reject from here and create this head and shoulder pattern. Okay, this would then validate, in my humble opinion, this would validate the head and shoulder pattern. Um, this it just simply does not, in my opinion. So yeah, this is the scenario I'm looking at. Okay, and even then, after we create this shoulder, if we do create this shoulder and we come back down, then we go back to this and we have another problem. Okay. We go back to this and we have another problem. Because then I can see this doing a spring. I've been saying 67 because my system 67 has to be touched. It has been created as a range, so it has to be retouched. So we're gonna have a problem again later, um, because if this creates the right shoulder, comes back down, and people are gonna argue, and correctly, that this could be an head and shoulder, and the break of the neckline will determine the breakdown. And according to the textbook, I'm almost sure that it's 25% decline over 4 months. I'm almost sure. Okay, I haven't read that for a long time, but yeah, we all studied it, right? So according to him, only 7% of the samples didn't reduce that 25% decline, or upwards if it's inverted. Um, so yeah, that's the scenario. I I see more problems down the road. I see us being stuck here a little bit longer. And I don't know, guys. There's people still arguing the 4-year cycle. People are now celebrating the 4-year cycle, and we are correct, and blah 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 blah. Guys, if any of these scenarios works, like either this sweep to then go create the right shoulder, your 4-year cycle is dead, and you're just a moron to be saying that the 4-year cycle is correct. If we do this, you're completely insane because there's a 35% decline, and the 4-year cycle, we would be already breaking down. So if this does this scenario, then yeah, you sorry, but you can grab your guitar, put it in a bag, and go away because this is not a 4-year cycle. Okay, you can call it anything. I don't know what it is. I'm not saying that I know what it is. I don't care even. All I care is to understand what it's doing so I can make money out of it. So I don't want to be right. I don't need to be right. I want to make money, and I'll be making a lot more money if I'm right, obviously, but it's not about clout. It's about being a professional in what I do. I'm very, very, very demanding of myself, and I have very, very high standard on everything that I do in my life. So this is to me, not to any of you. I'm my first criticizer, and I will be my first judging person. So it doesn't matter to me what people say. I'll always keep following what I believe and what I've learned. And if I have to learn more, then give me the lessons and I'll learn more. I have no problems. Just like the mistake I did on spot buying at around 83 and at 86. So um, I don't care to being wrong. It means that I have something to learn. And this is why I went back to the lab and worked on my indicator. But anyway, this is what I wanted to talk with you. This is the scenarios that I'm looking at. Obviously, we can just break down from here. And if we break down from here, I'll clap my hands to everybody that's saying the 4 year cycle because then you're right. Um, I'll be still um, don't understand why it would repeat again under these new conditions that are extremely different than the past. But yeah, if it does repeat, then it does repeat, and 4 year cycles are right. But if it does just this, it means that it's probably going to create this. And just so you have an idea, this up to here, it's 100 something days, 175 days to the second peak, 126 days to the first. So you're saying that a 4 year cycle is correct with another 120 days of up move? Yeah, right. You can claim cloud all you want. You can enjoy the time for now. But the way people are so extremist about it and defending it and claiming cloud and saying everybody else is dumb and stupid for not seeing it, guys, uh, I don't know. I wouldn't be so sure of that if I was in your position. But then again, we are not the same, and I'm looking at this. If it does this, then your whole Fourier cycle theory goes to the garbage. It doesn't mean that we're not going to break down, okay? It doesn't mean that because we can just do the right shoulder and break down, but technically the Fourier cycle is dead, okay? So not here, but it will be if we do some sort of this move upwards with 120 days, which means that we're going to be ranging in here and basically until the end of summer. So yeah, I I don't know what it is. Okay, I don't know. I People call it super cycle. People call it business cycle. I don't care the name. I don't know the name, and I don't even pretend to care. Okay, I'm just looking and following what the chart is telling me, and this is what it's telling me right now. Um, so yeah, I told you 73, 73 right now in my indicator. I can show you. I still have a lot of. I want to improve a bit more my Z score, but it's it's getting pretty good, pretty interesting. But yeah, I definitely. Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, this is my old. Let me go to my main chart. Sorry. So my main chart. Yeah, let's see. Sorry, guys, bear with me. So as you can see, there's 96% chance right now of touching 73. Okay. So yeah, this is what I'm looking at. I will TP my short here. And then just watch. Just watch because, as I said, there's the scenario where we touch, and from here we start an uptrend for 101, 105, 110, maybe. I don't know where. We'll have to see with volume and liquidity coming in during that time. But yeah, I can see this scenario. So this is where I'm going to look for longs. Probably add a bit to one or two of my spot bags. Like I'm doing pretty good. Premium profit. Fleet is more or less down on Ether pretty big, down on Sol pretty big. Zec, uh, not so much, but still down. BNB as well. I will look to add maybe one or two of these positions just to average down on one of those bags. But I'm not going to add a lot more because I don't want to have a lot more capital stuck. I made that mistake on 83, and I'm not just going to keep doubling down on that mistake. Okay, I'm just going to maybe add to one or two maximum and yeah, I'll have to see. But the idea is just basically try to bring entry price in one of those bags closer. Because if we do have a move to 105, 110, then most likely I will want to take profits on my spot bags and reevaluate back down. Okay. So yeah, that's my plan. This is what I'm looking at. I just wanted to update you guys. Okay. Anything, just let me know, comments, and we'll keep in touch. Have a nice one.